I haven't been telling y'all about my past life journey because ever since I first started talking about them, I've been getting endless amounts, especially with my family, um, family and soul family. We all been doing this past life understanding together for a while. It just naturally happens, especially when you are tapped in with spirit a lot and you're meshing with these like people that you know on a soul level and you don't know how yet. You start to discover how you know each other on a soul level. You start to discover more about yourself through just experience and being connected to source. It's like you start attaining more of your higher self literally and understanding you and the people around you, stuff like that. So I just want to say that getting past lives happens naturally. And I mean, if I were to talk about past life memories, I can make endless amount of videos. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start talking about different past lives to help you guys understand what the galaxy looks like, what things look like off of Earth. So I'm gonna talk about this one to start. There was a time when we were trying to in the galaxy mix all the different star races together. But at this time there was a lot of tension between star races still. And in this lifetime, I was with my physical mom that I have now, but then, and she was in a reptoid body. It looked like it had a big tail, alligator like skin, a little bit more looked like a raptor. In this memory, we were on a ship working together on a mission, but it was like integration, like trying to integrate the different species. So there was four to five Lyrans and four to five reptilians. But all of them look different. So there was a Lyran that with red skin, one with green skin. I looked like, in this one, I looked like kind of purple. And the Lyran energy is really strong. And there was one that looked part type of Lyran, like a feline humanoid. And the other one just looked like Pleiadian, like she was a Pleiadian. The other side of it, though, was reptilians. And one of them was my mom. One, there was like these group of like three men, and they were like the macho reptilians. It was like this, right? Very alpha draconian reptilian like. And then there was one that was kind of meek. Like he was like a reptilian, but he was kind of like nicer. But in this memory, we were all doing some sort of mission together. And it was an integration mission. Like we usually wouldn't all work together like this, but it was initiated or made possible by the GFL. GFL's like, we need to start mixing the people together. So this is a time during the Orion Wars, I guess you would say. The middle of galactic history where things are starting to become more positive. People are coming together more unified. But there was a lot of conflict on this ship, especially with those boys, those men. The Lyrans were too scarred. A bunch of them didn't trust the reptilians, so they were making this whole thing of like, we don't trust them, we don't trust them. And then some of the Draconians on the other side were like, you know, we could just eat them right now, or we could just take over. Like, they think they run everything. So there was this, like, conflict between the two sides. Me and my mom were so connected that we were trying to stop the conflict between. Because we're like, the Lyrans are doing wrong and the Draconians doing wrong. We gotta heal this. We gotta stop this. And then there was a time when, like, the power went out. And then there was a whole civil war within this ship. How the conflict started, I remember when we all first met, the Lyrans were already like, whoa, like these are the guys that was doing all this stuff to us for a long ass time. We got ourselves together and now they're here with us. And the reptilians were like, oh, you know, like fresh meat, like for all the stuff we used to do to them, we could do it again right here real easily. And there was already this racial tension though, like that. And it kind of sounds like Earth. Racial tension between these species that divinely was orchestrated in hopes that there would be some resolution together. Now there was, like me and my mom, we got real close. And me and her started incarnating other lifetimes together. But, for example, some of the other Lyrans died. I remember the reptilians were doing tricks on us. They were starting to build up shit because they were starting to do tricks on us like how they used to do way back during the Lyran Wars. But they were doing it in a passive-aggressive way, playing little tricks, being bullies, and trying to separate us. The whole thing was a play. They saw us as little toys to play with. And the Lyrans were getting upset because they're like, we're done with this type of history. We're done having the reptilians taking over our planet and planets and doing all this horrible shit to us and playing with us like toys. We ain't doing that no more. So there just need to be those little bit of things happening for it to just go into a full out war. And then the power went out, and then it was time. And then everybody started fighting each other. And I remember a bunch of my Lyran friends died. And the one little reptilian guy that was real, like, petite, internally, he died. He died a long time. He died. And the way that they were being treated, though, the way we were treating each other was so horrible. But the only thing that could stop it was for everybody to be in union. But a lot of the others, like the Lyrans, were like, nope. And the Draconians were like, nope. And so it was just me and my mom that was like unified. And I remember there's one other Lyran, but he ended up dying. So this was the start to integration. Of course, things are way better now. But to see the start of integration, it's very interesting. It sounds about like Earth. The one memory I will never forget was when my mom got pissed and she yelled and started running at them. And it was like she almost sacrificed herself. And we escaped. And I remember the one guy would not stop coming for us. Like, he would not stop. The one reptilian guy would not stop coming for us. He was like, he was hunting us. He was so mad. He was like, I'm just gonna eat you. I'm gonna just eat you guys. I'm gonna just eat you. And we were like, we won't let this happen. We won't let this happen. We end up killing him. And then his homeboys went to like jail. And my mom was really damaged. Like, she had a lot of bodily damage from what happened. But that memory was when all the different ET races, as you know now, the galaxy is 85% positive now. So it's way different than like what it was back in the Orion Wars and Lyran Wars and stuff like that. But the integration process fascinates me. And to see, it almost felt like we was in like it wasn't in a jail, but the look of the ship was kind of darker. And it was like, we're on a mission together. We're trapped here together. We have to work together. But it like, we weren't trapped. It was like we were supposed to do a mission together. And we had to learn how to mesh together. But I just wanted to tell y'all that because I want you guys to remember that past life memory process is a process. Yes, you could go and get like a reading done and get told who you are and get a past life memory, but it's not the same as when you actually get it. A past life memory, you know, is one because it feels like a memory like now. Like, you know, when you look at like a kid memory of you when you were a kid and you're like, I lived it, right? I lived that. But then there's also, when you get past life memories, it's like, it feels like I've lived it, but I haven't in this lifetime. I did not live it in this lifetime, but it feels like I lived it. It's going to feel like a regular memory. It's going to feel like a regular memory, okay? You will notice you get past life memories to either assist you in what's going on right now, or it's going to help you understand something about yourself. And you're going to notice that it's always given to you in pieces. It's always given to you in like a puzzle for you to put together, and then over time you understand it more. That is what's fun about getting past life memories. It literally is like a movie. If you guys watch The Island, or if you watch Recall, things like that, that's literally to a T what it literally is like. And you get this information about yourself and this understanding of yourself. You're like, whoa, but I didn't live it in this lifetime. So it has to come from out there, but it feels too familiar, like it's me. So you will know it's a past life. You're not just making it up because it resonates so deep in your soul, and it feels and looks just like a memory. It feels just like a memory of your childhood in this lifetime, but you know it's not from this lifetime. Notice the frequency, notice the energy of why I'm saying energy, because it's the energy of it. That's how you know it's past life. Okay. And you may notice that some things may trigger it. Maybe you go through something and then it triggers past life memory because you're gaining that memory in order to, it's like you're literally getting more of your higher self, more of you, but you're also gaining the memory in order to help you in what's coming up or what you are going through. So you're retaining more of you. It's triggering it. These things that are happening are triggering it, and or something's happening, you get the memory, and then something like that happens in your lifetime, right? Right after. So past life memories is not like it's not black and white. It's very just like if you had amnesia now and reattaining memory. But you're on Earth and you have amnesia and you're retaining your memory. The best way to gain more past life memories is to really, really get in touch with your divine essence. You can't really, I mean, you could meditate and travel and see if you are at that level where you can meditate and get access to information from the astral and from the ether or spirit in general. You could do that. Or you could just allow it to come in on its own. It depends. But overall, getting memories is a large process because you're understanding who you are and what you have experienced, what made your soul what it is now. So this isn't something to play around and be like, oh my God, yeah, I went to this meditation. I got a past life memory of me as an elf, and you're doing all of that. That's how you know it's like you haven't felt the deep understanding of what it really means to get a past life memory. You won't be sitting there, oh my God, I saw I was an elf and I was a princess. You're going to be like, yo, like I saw I was an elf. It was amazing. And I did this magic. You're fascinated by yourself, but you're also like, you know, it's part of you. So you even just, it's like an ominous energy. You're like, I was an elf and this happened. What happened after? Or what happened before? What led me to be like that? Or what led that to happen? Things like that. You start to really deeply want to understand you. You're not looking at it like a fantasy thing. It's a real thing, real shit. That's what we're talking about, is real joint, not no fantasy thing that. And these memories are also going to always explain to you why you are the way you are now. For example, this is a little last one, but like, for example, I always used to be afraid of something happening to my eyes. Like I always said, protect my eyes no matter what, because I always had this fear of losing an eye. And I didn't know why. And then as I got older, then I got random past life memories where I was like a feline and I had like one eye because I lost an eye. And another one where I was on Mars and I lost an eye and I had to have a robot eye. And I was like, all these lifetimes, I always said the same thing. When I restart, meaning when I restart in a new lifetime, always protect my eyes, because that was the worst thing, was losing an eye or eyes. That was the worst thing. Or like in all these lifetimes of me being a warrior, it explained to me why I always was warrior-like when I was younger. Like no matter what happened or where we went, what others did, I always had this thing of like, be a lion, know who you are. I know who I am and I'm always going to be a lion. And I never knew why I always strove to be a lion. It's like, I need to be a lion and I need to be strong. I need to be sovereign. And then I get past life memories where I'm a lion and I'm a lyran. And I was alone for a lot. I had to learn how to be reliant on myself and then find my pride and stuff like this. And people were after me all the time. And I had to learn how to hold my own and how to also oppose these people that were after me. You get so much explanation as why you are the way you are based off of these flashes. They come a lot of time in flashes, memory flashes. And you're like, what the hell? What was that? Like, I just saw this and that. And it starts as a puzzle, but then it gets explained to you more later. And it also explains your life and why you are the way you are now. For example, memories with like Lyra and stuff like that. I know I used to say it was really painful. Now, I actually revisit these memories all the time as I continue to gain more and more. I mean, these are millions of years of lifetimes, right? So I like to see what made me me. Even if there's like really hard experiences, I'm super grateful for them because they made me who I am now. And then I see the amazing memories, the powerful, beautiful, shining, bright ones. Of course, you see the light and the dark, but you see your soul's journey and then how it led to now. Because everything that happened is leading to now. And you guys, I don't think some of y'all understand how important Earth is still. Earth is incredibly important. And this is like the final part of the galactic war is Earth. So you are way more important than you think. And these memories are way more essential than you think. And I want you guys to honor them very sacredly and not treat them as though it's a fantasy thing. When you truly attain a past life memory, it's not something you flaunt and be like, oh my God, look. It's something that you're like, you hold deep in you. You're like this with it. You're like that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love you so much. Peace out.